Now, some homes are best shown at night, and this is actually a first on my channel, touring a house at night. This is the most thoughtful, intentionally designed warehouse to home conversion I've ever seen anywhere on the internet. I first came across this house on Instagram where it went viral, and I had to come all the way out to Chicago to check it out and wait until the sun went down to get a look inside this space. I'm just gonna say the artist lives in this space, he works out of this space, so everything you're about to see is super intentional and specific. And without further ado, welcome to the Batman warehouse. Let's check it out. So right off the street, we enter the banquet hall with this vaulted barrel ceiling here. You've got black Venetian plaster on the walls. Typically that is in a white color, but the black just gives it that bat cave feeling here. Extra long table. I do want to point out that the lighting design specifically in this house is why we waited until the evening. And as you see, we have these two LED strips going down the sides of the space, really just bringing your eye towards this back wall here with this, I mean, how many seats do we have here? You could easily fit 20 people at this banquet table. And I also want to point out this is an official live work. So I'm going to show you the entire space because this is the point of YouTube. You really get the in-depth look at these spaces that go viral on social media and really get a true peek at it. So this is one of the offices off of the banquet hall. We actually have, I believe, 4 in total. I'm not quite sure. So this is another one here. Little look-see. Again, that's a piece of art from the artist who lives in this space, and everything you see in the space has been created by him. It's a very unique opportunity we have here to get a look inside of, you know, someone's home is their sanctuary, and you most definitely feel that when you walk into this space. If you come along to the other side of the table, this is what I would call the conference room. So here we have on the back wall, this is one giant corkboard here for design inspiration, future projects here. This is actually 4 tables combined to one just giant table in the center of the room here. Take a look at this. These are, I mean, this is like candle wax art. Out of the conference room, back into the Batcave banquet hall. The artist really wanted to make a statement with this room, and it sounds kind of cheesy, but I feel like I'm looking deep inside someone's emotions when I walk into this space. You can feel it, it radiates off the walls. You're seeing in the frame of the camera, I've never seen a room like this before, and you haven't even seen the rest of the house yet. So through this door, this is actually now entering into the living space of the live work. And you have a kind of little entry area here with a cozy couch, wet bar off to the corner. I want to point out also the materials, lots of metal in the space, which really pays homage to that warehouse. I mean, this is a warehouse. I don't even know what this was in the past, but I love how it kind of stays with that theme. Before we go any further, below our feet, this is all poured and glazed concrete, which is specifically done to accentuate the lighting design in the space, giving you reflections as we go out through the home and lots of cool things. I mean, look at this. I'm not sure if he actually made this. This is a crystal on top of what looks like, I mean, comment below whatever this makes you feel. I'm getting like medieval mixed with Art Deco. Now making our way into the actual heart of this house. This is the entertaining space of the warehouse. And there's a lot to break down, as you can see. Again, everything has been so intentionally placed. So we're gonna try our best to kind of go over the details, starting with this back wall here, where there is no wall. It totally pockets in here, and you have the merging of the indoor space with the outdoor living space. Some gravel below our feet, gas fire pit for those cool Chicago nights. I'm gonna take you out into the driveway here just because I wanna mention something super important. So where we are in Chicago right now, you could never recreate this, just given to the fact of the scarcity of the land. I believe this is 4 lots combined to 1 lot, and here you're getting a view of that just with the driveway and getting the scale of the warehouse behind me with that beautiful ivy crawling up here. Again, the outdoor space. This has been all smoked and charcoaled, the wood here, keeping with the dark Batman theme of the house. And just look at the lighting design as we make our way back in here to this main entertaining space, where we have the mother of that little lamppost here. This looks like Lady Liberty's torch. in some crazy artistic iteration. It almost looks like a sorcerer's stone of some sorts here. I felt powerful doing that. The thing is, if you know high fashion, you know, like for instance, that's a Rick Owens chair right there. So keep your eyes peeled as we go throughout the house, because you will probably pick up things that I will miss. But going deeper into the space, we have another elongated table. This is your dining room here. And the kitchen is dominated by this center island here, which keeps everything hidden and everything minimal. For instance, this is metal along the back here, which is done to conceal all of your appliances. So typically in kitchens, you know, the appliances are now shown off, but I like how it is hidden, keeping with the minimal feeling. Even the refrigerator has a metal panel on the door here. Check that out. Huge Thermador refrigerator. And then if you check out the back here, again, just very minimal with the design. We have the metal on the cabinetry here. Everything's hidden into this main island here. Check out the sink. Deep set trough sink here. Oh, even this, look how minimal the burners are. 4-burner cooktop built right in. Even if you look at the lighting design, the light is inlaid behind this wall here, which sticks out with a little lip. So this is actually flamed granite on the island here, which waterfalls down to the floor, and the texture is, that's another thing, is the textures in this house. It's really a sensorial house where you have all 5 senses activated. The touch here, the smell, we have incense burning, the lighting. Then off of your show kitchen, behind this pocket door, this is the chef's kitchen. The owner is very big in the art industry and has a lot of art events here. So this is where the chef will come and prepare for the event. I love the stainless steel. Again, you've got the metal on all the cabinetries here. And again, another theme in the space is that mix of the old world. Like you have all these old, like French looking pans here with the new modern below. And that's throughout the entire house. Like there's a bunch of wood around that is really antique mixed with the modern feeling. So out of the chef's kitchen, here's another peek at a different angle of the dining room, and everything is open concept, but yet it is segmented off in a very thoughtful way. But making our way into the gallery room, I'm gonna need some help explaining this piece right here. Eugene, we need you, come on down.
What's going on?
This is Eugene. He has been patiently waiting with us. We arrived here, what, 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock.
And so we get here at 3 and we're like, you know what, this would probably film better at night. So you patiently waited with us. I thank you for that.
But it's perfect, the ambience now, so yeah, happy with how it turned out.
I think that it is definitely a nighttime house, just because of the lighting design.
For sure.
But I need your help explaining this masterpiece.
So this piece is 16 feet high for scale purposes. Erik's a little taller than me. But I mean, to give you a sense of how big this painting is. And what's amazing is that Lonnie, he's the owner, but also the artist, also a friend. He created this on site here, actually, behind those double doors. So what you guys are seeing is, it's a multi-purpose space, right? Where you can pull your car in if you've got a really cool car. But this becomes his studio, and this is actually where that painting was created.
So I'd like to thank this episode's sponsor, Odoo. So I know a lot of you watching are business owners and entrepreneurs, or you're looking to take the leap. And Odoo is an all-in-one business management software that provides entrepreneurs with a range of applications to streamline and integrate the day-to-day management of their business. Now, the Odoo website builder application with drag and drop elements makes creating a website quick, easy, and efficient. It is also free of charge with unlimited hosting and support. The website configurator guides you through the steps to 1, define your goals, choose the color palette of the site, or insert your own logo, add pages, and choose your theme. And something else I really like about Odoo is that they keep pace with your own evolution, allowing you to add different applications as you grow, and more importantly, your needs change. Having a website for your personal brand is essential, and the Odoo website builder application is a powerful tool for really creating a website efficiently and, most importantly, free of charge. Check out the link in the description to learn more, and thanks again for sponsoring this episode. Like, how epic is that you're getting a glimpse into a very personal space? Art does its job when it invokes any kind of reaction, whether it's positive or negative. You feel something when you look at that. And to see the place where it was created, that's pretty special. You mentioned that you could park your car in here. Didn't some of the comments on your reel say, what about the poisoning from the...
It's insane. So you understand the scale of the space. This is 45 feet in length by roughly about, I want to say, maybe about 15 feet in width. And the ceiling heights here are about 19 feet. All right, so unless if you're going to keep your car running for a couple hours, I don't think that carbon monoxide is going to be an issue. You want to show the behind the scenes?
Yeah, let's show this. When I saw this, because when I first saw the space, and I will be totally honest, I saw it in the daytime and I wasn't a fan. I will admit that, but then when I saw this space, this is where the artist creates all of his work. This is his on-site studio. Check this space out. It's huge.
And it keeps going.
And it has everything you would need to make all the art you could ever want. I mean, look, just the scale of the space. It's very organized, it's clean, and it's right at his house, which is pretty special. And for even more perspective on the scale, this is like a 17-foot barn door covering the entrance and the exit to the studio, separating it from the gallery space, which is also the creation space. It is a multi-purpose space, and technically you could create from anywhere in this house. But making our way through the entertaining area, more art pieces around the whole space. I'm gonna take you upstairs. And even in the stairwell, we have the light design. So you have that LED strip built right into the stairs here, leading up to the second floor. And then here we also have Venetian plaster, but this is that typical white Venetian plaster, which you see in most homes. So at the top of the stairs, this is the owner's closet. And even in the closet, we have his artwork, giving inspiration and seemingly places where you wouldn't really find it. And I think that's very unique. Even look at this, you have this cool black metal piping which is used to hang up the clothing. And I mean, that's the name of the game of this house, is just authentic. Everything is very much a stamp of the artist. And in every single room, even his bedroom. So this is the main bedroom in the house. And as you can see, there are no windows in this bedroom aside from this little cutout here where you get a glimmer of the outdoor space and the view down to the public area downstairs. But this is the bedroom. I love this thing. I love this old bench. It's a really nice merger of that warehouse grit mixed with the elevation of a modern place. Got the bed front and center, cool shag carpet, huge piece of hardwood dividing the space. This is actually the back of the bed, but it acts to divide the space from the actual rest of the room, with more closet space here for suits, things like that you gotta hang up. Full length mirror behind me there. And the owner's bathroom. Again, very specific. Rectangle soaking tub, rectangle floating vanity, and even a rectangular toilet. Very intentional, very specific, and I'm all for it. Even the shower, check this out. It's an open shower, rainfall shower head. And the reason why I point all this out is because you can tell that every room in the space is used to draw in feeling rather than just experiencing like a nice bland place. It's all very intentional. Even here, this is cool. You can see the slope of the roof now to remind us that, yeah, we're in a warehouse in Chicago that's been fully renovated. Speaking of unique renovations, are you ready to see the secret passageway? Behind the mirror, we have a little cubby hole that leads into, here, actually, I'm gonna grab that for you.
I got it.
You got it? It leads into the den. So on the other side of the bedroom, you've got a den, which could also be a secondary bedroom with the whole fourth wall open to the downstairs. And the cool thing about this balcony is it's really merging the public space down below where you're having your event, your art showing, with the private space up here. And if you want to say goodnight to everyone, you've got this little curtain here to go to sleep. Again, you got more of the artist's artwork in the space. These rustic, distressed pieces of wood here as well, serving as little seats or even little mini coffee tables. Another flat screen built into the wall here. Then out of this room, we have a bathroom. So this technically could be a bedroom. And this bathroom, oh, this is what I meant. I didn't mention this in his closet, but these are custom hangers that the artist built. And what do you know? Rectangular right angles. So even on these hangers, I love these things. You've got the metal rod coming out of the ceiling here. And this is your shower cave. You've got the lighting design built into this little alcove cutout here where you've got the shampoos, body washes, rainfall shower head, and then if we flip sides, another rectangular toilet. With the lighting design built in here, the lighting in this house, and that's one of the main reasons why we chose to film it at night, is I think the lighting really deserved to be showed off because it is such a pivotal part of the design elements and the architecture of the space. Like again, even we have that LED bar built into the stairs here for those late nights, you're not trying to trip down the stairs. We have a landing here, which then divides, if you look, down to the public space again. And then if we head back up, this is kind of like an in-law suite because it is somewhat separate. And this is just a pure, cozy bedroom. And again, lighting design, cool LED bar on the wall, across the ceiling. Even here, more lighting hidden beneath here. And then we even have, check this out, an open window to look down into the garage / studio. Like things like this right here, this cutout. I love when you go into someone's space and you can tell that a very specific person dwells here. Like the personal stamp of the personality of the artist is all over the space, and that's special. And this secondary staircase drops us right back into the entertaining space. And I forgot to show you this the first time, but this is the public bathroom. I guess I hate that it's not a public bathroom, but if you were having an event, this would be the bathroom everyone would use. And it's a very large powder room, and even in the powder room you have those specific design elements with the LED bars built in, more rectangular toilets, even the towel rack, industrial metal. Across from us is the laundry room, but you don't really have to see that. I didn't even mention this. There's so many pieces in the house that I didn't mention. Look at this chair. This is made from what looks like pieces of driftwood, which have been slightly charred with a shag. I can't not sit in this thing. It's actually comfortable too. If you weren't convinced that this is a very specific level of intentionality, I'm not sure what else is gonna do it for you.
What do you think?
I mentioned this when I first came to the property that it wasn't my choice, but after seeing it at night and really getting to know the space, I see why. I see why it went viral. I see the specific detail that was put into every element of the house. And like you mentioned, the feeling of the art, like when you walk in, you get the feeling of, I can't even put into words at this moment, I have to process it.
What I appreciate about this home is the fact that you walk into the space and there's this measure of balance. You can't explain why it feels good. It's that juxtaposition between the cold and the soft, the old and the new, the black and the white, so that everything is perfectly balanced. So that when you walk through that space, like it just feels right, it feels good.
And it permeates.
That's exactly what this home is.
I agree. It is, that was very, very, very well said. You must be a real estate agent, because I am sold. But it really is about balance. Because
you're not so bad yourself. I mean, I think you can make a killing selling real estate.
Maybe I should start a YouTube channel and tour homes. But actually, I'm actually not an agent. For a lot of people wondering, I don't even have my license anymore. I purely market the homes and meet cool agents. If you are ever in the Chicago area, Eugene is known for finding these unique homes. He's your go-to guy. His information is down below in the description. And with that, I'll see you in the next episode.